The beautiful little fishing village of Ullapool is nestled on the shores of Loch Broom. Take the boat to the Outer Hebrides, pick the bus up at Stornoway ferry terminal and enjoy the grand tour of the island. Get a taste of the rich history and heritage by visiting North Harris and Lewis on this fantastic tour. You will explore some of the best known attractions on the island with an experienced tour guide. Some attractions you will visit include the Callanish Standing Stones, Calloway Broch and the Gagarin Black House Village. It is easy to imagine that you have stepped back in time to experience the way of life in a typical crofting township of at least the last century. You can see traditional activities, including the weaving of the famous Harris tweed.
Black houses. There have been black houses, thatched cottages like this in Garland for 300 years. But what makes this village special is that people stayed here till 1974, so this was the last group of houses to be lived in. This house was one of those houses. The people who stayed here, they were crofters, they worked the land to provide for themselves, but many also worked the fishing and more recently weaving Harris tweed. But in the end it was just the elderly people that were left staying in the houses here. This house here is set out today as if it's 1955, and by this stage they had electricity and a lot of the houses had been lined with wood on the inside. But so the people stayed at one end of the house and the animals stayed at the lower end of the house, and all the cooking was done round the peat fire. After the people left here in 1974, the houses fell apart very quickly and it was just the stone walls that were left. And it's been through the work of Uris and Garland and the Garland Trust that all the houses have been restored. This is the only house today that's as it would have been on the inside and out. And everything you're seeing in here has been donated by people in the local area, things they had in their own houses. So you're free to wander around here as you like. You can go through to the Harris tweed loom at the other end of the house. I think the weaver is in there. And you can go to the house next door, there's an interpretation room in there. The other houses are self-catering cottages, so you can't see into them, but there's photographs of what they're like on the inside next door. So just feel free to wander around, ask any questions that you like, and enjoy your afternoon.
Yes.
The Black Houses have seen the cycle of life through generations of crofting families. They were occupied until the early 1970s, when the last of the few elderly residents moved to new accommodation that didn't need the annual maintenance of thatch and stonework. The old houses and their environment were declared a conservation area shortly after, when the last resident left, as there was a unique opportunity here to preserve the style of house building which had survived for centuries, but which had almost disappeared in the last half of the 20th century. The Black House, the double dry stone walls, the low profile and installation thatch made the houses suitable for the Hebridean weather, and they were indeed eco-friendly houses, in that all the building materials were naturally found in the locality.
That's leaving the centre.
The magnificent standing stones of Callanish are famous worldwide, no matter what the weather is like, and however many visitors are present. These ancient stones have an enigmatic magical quality that never fails to move. Whatever inspired their construction, all agree that the experience of visiting the standing stones of Callanish is not one to be missed.